They didn't bring it. Brought that one.
They brought this one.
I didn't get this. Well, they might not be.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, I changed.
Because we, where I'm saying, nobody coming for us. Just that. I'm sure she was confused. Yeah. A little far.
whatever stones I get, I'm going to have a taste of glass.
Every church where Randy, his family, Sam, all of them are a part there. More than that, having the privilege of being a part of that family, you've always treated me as such, and I feel that. And I want to welcome all of you here, certainly on Jessica's behalf, Randy, Libby, over here, all the family. I know they are delighted that you have come here today to be a part of this. And I got to tell you, it's been a joy for me just to kind of watch you guys interact with each other, remember a little bit, share some things with one another, hug one another, and just be here in this moment. We've come here surely to remember well Brittney's life. And I know that it is a life well worth remembering and reminiscing about. You know, I think we make a mistake sometimes if we equate the impact of a life with the length of a life. Because those things don't just go together. And it's obvious that the impact of Brittney's life far outweighs the brief length of her life. Just to listen to you guys and to what you share with one another and the fact that you're here, that indicates just how much impact her life had on all of us. And can you think about the countless of others that she's touched as she was here on this earth? It's good that we remember today. So I'm going to give you a chance. Maybe you're here, you want to say something, just a memory, a thought, something about Brittney's life. I'm going to let you have the opportunity to do that right here, right now. Anybody at all?
She had such an impact on her patients' lives. As a coworker, she was incredibly kind, always willing to help, and then ready to munch out at the nursing station when we had a break.
I love that.
So incredibly amazing to work with, and you knew it was going to be a good night and a drama-free night.
I like it. That's good.
She also had a very good sense of humor. She loved jokes, so much so that before she went down for her break surgery, my good thing was always I would tell her a little corny joke, and she would tell me a corny joke. I told her a little corny joke, and she looks at us and she goes, "Well, I was trying to think of an amputee joke, but I'm stumped," and holds up her little stumped face. And that was just Brittney.
Sense of humor? Yeah, absolutely. Anybody else?
She had a thing for me.
tiny animals like sugar gliders. I remember her trying to catch one. It just she kept on trying to get it. It just
She loved animals. Loved it. Absolutely. It's clear if you look at these pictures. I'm scared about that. Very clear. It's a good memory. Anybody else?
She was 10 over 10, well, she years we worked together, and she was like 19 at the time, worked with her peers down there. I was a nurse there. And she would work over to help us on night shift. And one I remember particularly, they'd had like, it was nurses or CNA week, and it was pajama day, and she'd come in pajamas and these big fuzzy slippers. Once you get older, your feet, you want good shoes on your feet, but of course she was young, and all the energy, she said, I'll stay over, but Brittney was a ray of sunshine.
Absolutely.
A ray of sunshine.
That's awesome. A ray of sunshine. What a description. And there's a ray of sunshine to go with it. How about that? Anybody else want to say anything?
I worked with Brittney at the hospital. We worked on a med surg floor, and at one point, her dream was to be a flight nurse, and I was helping her study, and just kind of running through her practicals, and she had to place a Foley catheter. Which, if you don't know what that is, that's a good thing.
You wish you did it if you do, isn't that right? Yeah.
So we went in a room and we shut the door, and I was her assessor, right? So I was, making sure she followed every single step, because it's a sterile procedure. You don't want it to be dirty at all, so it's very precise. And she went through all the steps, and we, as the dummy, we weren't going to use a real person. That would be kind of cruel, right? So we had a disposable, plastic water bottle, and we just put it in the bed there and put a blanket over it. And she just, every step of the way, methodical. She made sure she got every step, and she capped that water bottle and did a great job. I was so proud of her.
Can I say something else?
Absolutely.
I worked so many nights with Brittney, but she started 2 IVs on me. And I think I was her first IV stick. And she was so nervous, but she did incredible. So 2 IVs on my hand, and I was her first IV stick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. So phenomenal. She didn't want to do it, but she did it.
Okay, I got one on her.
Okay.
We all worked at Park Ridge. And we were all going up the parking lot one night. She's excited, like she always was. And I said, Brittney, would you like to turn your car off first before we get in the building? She left her car running. Just jumped out and was running up the sidewalk.
Oh, so excited to see everybody.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And she hated clowns and cotton balls.
Wow.
She did hate cotton balls.
She hated the cotton.
Every time she bothered us, we'd get cotton balls, and she'd be like, okay.
Cotton balls were her kryptonite, is it? Absolutely. Such good memories. Such good work. Anybody else have anything they want to say?
Well, she'll always be remembered to us as Little Brit Brat. So we always called her for good reasons. Not that she was a brat, because she was so smart, always a little sassy, and it just rhymed. So we stuck with that. She was always Little Brit Brat.
Little Brit Brat.
And she just knew it all. At such a young age, and she was the brightest and the bestest of all of us. All growing up and everything, too.
Powerful. Anybody else? I like that little voice over there. Anybody else?
Hey, when she was a baby, I'd get home from school and I couldn't wait to get home just to pick her up. And every night, Mom would wake up and say, I don't hear Brittney. And she'd be cuddling in the bed with me. Every night before school, I'd change her, feed her. I couldn't wait to get home just to play with her. I treated her like she was mine.
I think she gave the best hugs. So.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Wow. That's huge. The best hugs.
honestly, I don't think there's a more genuine person that you could meet that was really heartfelt, that really cared and loved everybody around her, and made the entire world brighter.
It's awesome. What a legacy.
And that's the only reason I threw that little board together, is because, I mean, B taught me a lot. But her biggest message to everyone is to just love. Not like your spouse or your mom. I mean, like, love for all. Because that's entirely how she lived her life. And she taught me not to judge people, to accept anybody, be compassionate, because you don't know where they're coming from. And that if you live and you move forward in life with love, you are protected, you are safe, and you are loved back. And anybody who's been with her recently, I'm sure we could all repeat the 3 things that we told her for months. Does anybody else want to do it?
You are safe, you are loved, and you are okay.
And anytime it was really hard, we were saying it to her, but I think we were kind of also saying it for ourselves. Love. That's
awesome. I know one of the things that was relayed to me was she felt like love made you the wealthiest you possibly could be. That if you had to compare money with love and pick only one, there's no amount of money that's worth having that kind of love active in your life.
Yeah, she said to me, not even $1 million? And I said, no. What about $2 million? Not a chance. She said, well, how much? And I said, there is no amount of money that I would give up for you, ever. It's amazing.
It's well said. Anybody else have something they want to say? Yes.
Sorry, I raised my hand. But,
I like that.
but in Brittney and love and her teaching that there's not a smarter person I ever met either. And she didn't like to leave any stone unturned. If there was something to figure out, she was going to figure it out. But she's like the godparent to my daughter, and she's the first person that took my daughter to a museum. She's the first person to take my daughter to the zoo. She helped me find educational toys and programs for her, and she loved to learn, and I think that should be acknowledged.
Lifetime learner.
Yep. Learn all the time. Across every subject, love included. She taught you how to love, she taught you how to think, she taught you like what was in the dream. Like, she just taught you everything.
Awesome. Yes.
I should say something since I'm part of Jess's family and Brittney's family. But when Jess brought Brittney to meet all of us, he was just never met a stranger. He was just a big part of our family right from the beginning. And when she would even call and just talk to you on the phone forever, just, you're just sitting there and she's just talking.
That's a Hannah thing.
It's a Hannah thing, she says. That's a Hannah.
Had a lot of conversations with her, and she just fit in so well. And we just loved her so much.
It's awesome. Anyone else?
I'll say something.
Yes.
I remember being a kid, and Kenzie would hold on to the barb of Brittney's leg. God, she hated it. We got older. She became my best friend.
Wow. That's awesome. Anyone else? As I thank you for putting this shade up, brother. It's got me standing in the shade right here, y'all in the sun. Anybody else like to say something in this moment? give you a word of encouragement. How about that? I'd just like to encourage your spirit along a little bit today. You know what you vocalized here, it's a comfort. Is that not comforting? Talking like that and sharing memories like that. It's her life. We take it as a grand comfort in these moments where we're grappling with grief and loss. All of you are. That's why you're here. And this is a very therapeutic thing to be together and to remember well the things that she taught you and the person that she was. So we take her life in and of itself as a comfort. I think beyond that, I always try to look at life as a challenge. When someone lives before you in such a way, I think it's good that you take that as a challenge. The things that she was emblematic of, the things that she taught, the things that she spoke into your life, take that as a challenge. This board says, hey, make her proud. Go and live that way. The example that she set for you. Go and exemplify that to others. So today, certainly, you take her life as a comfort in these moments. And you take her life, I hope, away from here as a challenge. I want to give you one passage of Scripture and maybe just say a thing about it before I let you go. I love the Psalms. Psalms 30, verse 5 says this, weeping endures only for a night, but there's surely joy that comes in the morning. And I know all of you have experienced that weeping that is there, enduring for the night. But what a promise we have, that there's joy that comes with the passing of the night and in the morning. When we think about that little thought, it ought to encourage us toward hope, for us to understand that there are days ahead, that there are good days ahead, that ultimately there is more than even this life that we're living right now that is out there waiting for us. And that is my hope. That is what I cling to, and that's what keeps me moving in this day that we're living in. Every day of my life, I look to that hope that there really is something beyond these moments right here. So it encourages us toward hope. It encourages us to ask the question, how? Because it's good to say that, but there has to be a practical application to that. How do we get to that morning? Well, I think Brittney would say, and I would say to you, she would want you to keep living. She would want you to get up every day and to keep moving, to keep living, to keep doing as long as you're here, to keep engaging in life, to keep comforting patients at work, to keep loving in the way that she showed you. She wouldn't want you to stop living. She would want you to live every day to the fullest. So that's how we do that. Another way we do that is to not let this be the last time you lean on each other. But you need to get together often and talk of her and remember her, because those memories will encourage you along. Memories are a powerful thing. So we remember her well. That encourages us to ask that question, how do we get to the morning? And then we get up and live, and then we linger. We certainly linger. We lean on each other. And I want you to know that you can lean on the Lord. Another part of that verse says, His favor is everlasting. And you can get up every day counting on the fact that the Lord is there for you, to trust in, to lean on, to comfort you, and to carry you along. I'm thankful that we have that hope, that encouragement for our spirits this day. So as you go from here, remember that smile. Hard to look at any picture of here, not see her smiling. Remember her spirit, that spirit that you've talked about, that spirit of love. And man, I encourage you to linger in this setting, because you have chosen a great place that exemplifies what was precious to her. The outdoors, the life. I see all these dogs. I have a few cats at home myself, one of which I'm not even sure how old she is anymore. We've lost track. And I think she may outlive us all at the Harris household. So remember her care for animals, her care for people. That's what this setting is about, this outdoor setting where she enjoyed being. These gyms, part of the earth that she enjoyed engaging with. These bags are up here for you. There are some of you that have already gotten one, but I know that Jessica wants to encourage you to come. If one speaks to you up here, if there's one that you just like and that reaches out that you want a special looking for you, grab it, okay? Take it from here with you as you go. There's a book up here too. I want you to come by if you haven't already. Maybe put a thought in there and encourage this family along. I just want to lead you in a word of prayer if I can, and then I'm going to let you be at your leisure right here. Father, I love you. I thank you for the hope that we have. It's beyond this life, certainly. A hope that's found in the greatest example of love ever. That's in the example of Jesus Christ. Thank you for your life and your love for us. My prayer is that you would pour your love onto the lives of these people and encourage them along. Lord, that you would carry us along in hope this day, trusting in you. Lord, thank you for Brittney's life. Thank you for certainly its deep impact, which is so evident right here. And I pray that as these folks go, they would lean on one another and certainly look to you. I pray it in Jesus' name. Amen. You're right where you are. Yeah, you got something else to say?
Just one last comment. Brittney's sister-in-laws are watching live from Pennsylvania and New Jersey. And her mother-in-law, Trish, my sister, is watching. And she just wanted to say that Brittney brought out the good in everybody that she met, and that she will always be her daughter.
It's a good way. It's a good way to end this. That's perfect. You guys are at your leisure. Unless you guys want anything else, Jess? Good? Make sure it gets stuck. Okay?
Brittney, everybody that knows Brittney knew she loved gym mining. She loved rocks, always had rocks in her pocket. These bags are a collection of the rocks that her and Jess found together, gym mining everywhere. And in each bag is a random picture of Brittney. You don't know which one you're going to get, but they're all really good.
Oh, that's awesome.
So pick a bag that speaks to you, take it home and enjoy them.
Thank you.
Thank you all for being right here.
Jess, did you guys ever go to over in Spruce Line to the Emerald one where you took the little boat underneath? Did you guys ever do the cabin one?
Not that
It's
one.
only in August.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm from up there. I think it's in August.